Assalamu alaikum. Good evening, everybody. How are you? Hope you are fine. Really, today I'm eagerly waiting for you to when I will meet you because worldwide crisis is going on, and God knows how many days will require to overcome this situation. Whatever, I will take your class on chapter 2. My topic is capacitance. Capacitance of a conductor. I already started that chapter. Few things are left, and today I will try to explain those. So before starting the class, in every class I usually tell you something, that is, you love physics. If you read physics with love, then you will learn it and you will have love with it. Okay, whatever. Capacitance of a capacitor. Capacitor, how does it look? It looks like this. Something is written here like 1000 farad or 20 volt. This type of writing is written here. If you open the motherboard, you will see this type of capacitor inserted on the motherboard. That is capacitor. It is looking like that, and its symbol is like the cell, but not totally like the cell, because in cell one arm is longer and another one is shorter, but here two arms are same. So it's the symbol of the capacitor. Now if we break the capacitor, we will get two parallel plates. Okay, when we break the capacitor, we will get two parallel plates, and the main purpose of capacitor is to store charge. All the substance have some characteristics. When heat is applied, the substance do what? Absorb the heat, which is called thermal capacity. Similarly, all substance have a fixed electric capacity, which is called capacitance of the capacitor. So charge is stored here. Its main function is what? Its main function is to charge. It is stored in it as a form of energy. So these two plates are connected with the two end of the battery. One plate with the positive end of the battery and another one with the negative end of the battery. When this negative end of the battery is connected with this plate, then what will happen? Electron, because negative, that means in low potential region there is excessive electron. So electron will move through this wire and will be accumulated on this plate. So this plate will be negatively charged. Minus Q charge will gathered here. Between these two plates, some insulating materials are placed, that is like air or glass, quartz. This type of insulating material are placed. Now when electrons are accumulated on this plate, then what happens? From this plate, electrons, say what amount of, suppose 100 electrons are gathered here, same 100 amount of electron will go from here to here, that means in the positive direction. Then what happens? Here, if 100 electron goes from here, then 100 proton will be accumulated here. So this plate will be positively charged and this plate will be negatively charged. And you can tell me up to when this charging will go on. Yes, that is a nice question. Suppose the potential difference at the two end of this battery is, that means the voltage is 10 volt. So when the voltage between these two ends, this is the plate, is 10 volt, up to then the charging will be occurred. Do you understand, yes, students? So in this way, one plate is positively charged and another plate is negatively charged, and in the next time we can use this stored charge for any purpose. that I have told you that capacitor is used in the motherboard. That means for further use we require this capacitor. Actually, we can compare the capacitor with the water level. How? I am showing you. Look, it is a pot. It contains water and its height is suppose h1, and it is another pot. It's also contain water and its height is h2. So the difference in height del H equal to what? H1 minus H2. I have told you the characteristics of the behavior of the capacitor is looking like the water level. How? I am showing you that. Look, the more we insert, the more we put water inside this pot, the more the height will be increased, isn't it? And if I make a junction over here, that means if I join these two pot with a pipe, then what will happen? Water will be flown from higher level to lower level. What amount of present is there, that doesn't matter. Water will be flown from high level to low level. Do you understand? Like that, charge is always flows from high potential to low potential. You know that already, isn't it? Proportionally, the direction of flow of charge is what? High potential to low potential. As the water flows from high level to lower level, and in case of water, the more amount of water will be inserted in the pot, the height will be increased. That means amount of water is proportional to what? Height. The more water, the more height. যত বেশি তুমি পানি ঢালবে পটটাতে, তত বেশি তোমার কি হবে? ওয়াটারের হাইট বাড়বে. Similarly, like that, the more amount of charge, the more amount of potential. That means এই প্লেট দুটোকে তুমি যত বেশি চার্জ করবে, তত বেশি তোমার পোটেনশিয়াল জমা হবে, পোটেনশিয়াল বাড়বে. So, if we open this proportional sign, then what will happen? We will take one constant here, that is C. So we can write this C is what? C is capacitance. Capacitance, ধারকত্ব. That is called in Bengali ধারকত্ব. Capacitance মানে ধারকত্ব. So from here, can I erase this? Okay, so C equal to what? C equal to Q by V. The more the charge, the more the capacitance. Understand? The more the charge, the more the capacitance. That পুরো প্লেটটাকে আমি যত বেশি চার্জ করব, তত বেশি আমার কি হবে? ক্যাপাসিট্যান্স বাড়বে. আচ্ছা, and its unit is what? Farad. Farad. Okay, its unit is Farad. But Farad, simply Farad, but only simply F can be written, capital F can be written. And 1 F equal to 1 coulomb per volt, because you know the unit of charge is coulomb and the unit of potential difference is what? Volt. So 1 farad equal to 1 coulomb per volt. Sorry. So from the equation, I can give the definition of capacitance. That is C equal to Q by V. If V equal to 1 volt, then C equal to what? Q. That means what? In order to store Q amount of, again I am telling you, if in order to maintain 1 volt potential difference between the two plates, what amount of charge is stored, that is called capacitance of the capacitor. Do you understand? I have told you several times, no need to memorize any definition. Just you will see the formula and learn the definition very easily. Look, V equal to 1 volt. That means if we want to maintain 1 volt potential difference between the two plates, then what amount of charge will be stored there, that is called capacitance of the capacitor. Capacitor, two types: parallel plate capacitor, parallel plate, and spherical conductor. Spherical conductor, parallel plate. Look. Parallel plate. In parallel plate capacitor, two metal plates are placed parallel to each other. The area of each of the plate will be A. The distance between the two plates is d meter, and the area is what? A square meter. And you know, between the two plates there is some insulating material. So the permittivity of that insulating material is what? Epsilon. Okay. So at that time C will be proportional to A. That means the more the area, the more the charge will be stored, the more the capacitance. Is it clear? And C is proportional to, that is inversely proportional to D, distance. That means distance joto beshi hobe, plate duto distance joto beshi hobe, toto ki hobe, electrostatic induction will be less, toto charge will be, toto com charge will be, ki hobe, that less charge will be stored in the plate. So the capacitance will be less. So by combining these two equations, what we can write? C is proportional to A and C is proportional to, inversely proportional to 1 by D. So we can write C is proportional to A by D, C equal to epsilon A by D. Epsilon is what? Epsilon is the permittivity of the medium between the parallel plate. You know one relation from my previous lecture, that is, in any medium we can write epsilon, but if the medium is vacuum, then here will be epsilon naught. You know, epsilon by epsilon naught equal to what? K. So epsilon equal to what? K epsilon naught. And in air medium, in air, K equal to 1. So epsilon equal to what? Epsilon naught. So in that case, we can write here epsilon naught. So we get the equation of capacitance of a parallel plate, that is C equal to epsilon A by D, or in the vacuum medium you can write epsilon naught A by D. So this is about parallel plate capacitor. Do you understand? Actually online in